magandang hapon, naimbag nga malam ka na kayo amin. And welcome to the book launch of What I Talk About When I Talk About the Law. Okay, ngayong hapon, we will be having a lot of fun and at the same time be learning from our speakers, of course, from our author. But before that, let me welcome those of you who are watching from Manila, ayan, from, of course, Nueva Ecija, where our author is right now, from Baguio City, where we are hosting this book launch, and from other parts of the Philippines. Wherever you are, can you type in the comment section, ayan, just watching from, tapos yung place kung nasaan kayo ngayon, so that we know who are joining us in this book launch. All right, we will for sure have fun and be learning a lot this afternoon. Kaya naman, tune in, and if may we request, can you share this live to your wall, to maybe your groups, and especially to your friends who have interest with the law. Ayan, para more will be learning from this session, and of course will be inspired as well, especially by our author Judge TK Ayungo. Ayan, but before that, of course, we start this book launch with a prayer. So let's all be enjoined in this worship.
Thousand times I failed, your mercy remains. And should I stumble again, still I'm caught in your grace. Everlasting, your light will shine when all else fades. Never ending, your glory goes beyond all fame. Above all else, my purpose remains. The art of losing myself in bringing you praise. Everlasting, your light will shine when all else fades. Never ending, your glory goes beyond all fame. Yeah, my heart and my soul, I give you control. Consume me from the inside out, Lord. Let justice and praise become my embrace, to love you from the inside out. Above all else, my purpose remains. The art of losing myself in bringing you praise. Everlasting, your light will shine when all else fades. Never ending, your glory goes beyond all fame. Yeah, my heart and my soul, I give you control. Consume me from the inside out, Lord. Let justice and praise become my embrace, to love you from the inside out. And everlasting, your light will shine when all else fades. Never ending, your glory goes beyond all fame. And the cry soul. I give you control. Consume me from the inside out, Lord. Let justice and praise become my embrace, to love you from the inside out. And everlasting, your light will shine when all else fades. Never ending, your glory goes beyond all fame. And the cry of my heart is to bring you praise from the inside out. Oh, my soul cries out, everlasting, your light will shine when all else fades. Never ending, your glory goes beyond all fame. And the cry of my heart is to bring you praise from the inside out. Oh, my soul cries out from the inside out. Oh, my soul cries out, Lord.
There you go. Ayan, are we all ready to start this book launch? As I've said a while ago, we will be having fun. Kaya naman, with this book launch, we will be giving you some prizes for a few games. We will be asking some questions in between the portions of this book launch. So be sure to be tuned in and syempre to engage as well in our comment section. So our first game for this book launch would be, I have a question and you just have to type the answer. Napakasimple ng aking tanong, but I hope that you would be able to answer. Yung mga students siguro ni ni Judge, o kaya yung mga family members, ganyan, or the former colleagues or colleagues of Judge would be able to answer this one. Ayan. Are you ready? Oops, yes. Which reminds me of the prize. We will be giving away 100 pesos GCash. Ayan. So kung sino yung pagbigay ng tamang sagot na pinakauna sa ating comment section, we will be contacting you to ask for your GCash number. It can be a GCash or pwede din namang load, di ba? Okay, so ito na. Ang ating first question is, what is the first name of Judge TK Ayungo? Ayan, with the correct spelling, what is the first name of Judge TK Ayungo? First name only. Ayan, go, go, go. All right. Okay, so we will be messaging the winner later on sa ating after the broadcast, okay? All right, congratulations. And let us now begin by introducing to you who our author is. So Judge TK Ayungo, or Theodore K. Ayungo, or TKA, as he is called in the legal circle, dreamt of becoming a lawyer and ultimately a judge since he was a kid, diba? Grabe. His dream was realized when he was appointed as the presiding judge of the Municipal Trial Court of Nampicuan, Nueva Ecija. Before his appointment in the bench, he served as an associate prosecutor in the city of Cabanatuan. He finished his Bachelor of Philosophy and Bachelor of Laws in St. Louis University, Baguio City, and while waiting for the result of the bar examination, he worked as a legal analyst in a legal outsourcing company based in Ayala Avenue, Makati City. Upon becoming a lawyer, he also became an associate of Rodrigo Berenguer and Guno Law Firm, or RBG. Working with RBG greatly propelled his growth as a lawyer, and he also worked as a business analyst in an IT company where he met brilliant minds in the IT world. And these ones are all in the book. So you must really read the book so that you'll be able to appreciate his adventures. TKA believes that the greatest challenge in achieving a dream is keeping the dream alive and not losing one's soul. Many employ underhanded shortcuts in achieving their dreams only to lose their souls in the process. So, this is only one of the reasons why he wrote this book, and that is to help those who want to practice law and do it with excellence and integrity. He loves the academe. He was a former law professor at Aral University and presently a lecturer at the College of Business and Accountancy of Wesleyan University, Philippines. Well, outside the legal circle naman, he is a member of the Light of Jesus family. He completed the Light of Jesus School of Leadership course, or SOL, and presently serves as one of the leaders of Feast North Luzon. TKA lives in Cabanatuan City with his beautiful wife, of course, his Joyce, and lovely daughter, Kaina, who will be having a surprise number later on. And let us now welcome the author of What I Talk About When I Talk About the Law, Judge TK Ayungo.
Hi everyone, I am TK Ayungo and I am the author of the book What I Talk About When I Talk About the Law. Thank you for celebrating this special day with us. Today is special for two reasons. First, today I realized my dream of becoming a book author. Second, today is the birthday of my better half, the person who made the writing of this book possible. To my wife Joyce, thank you for your support. We made it. This book is for you. Let me talk about the book. The book has three parts. Part 1 tells the story of how the dream began, how my struggles and triumphs strengthened my resolve to be faithful to my dream of becoming a lawyer. Part 1 also tells the story of my career, the excitement that I felt when I was hired for my first job until my appointment to the bench. In Part 2, I talk about the law. What is law and why should we follow it? I presented theoretical discussions on the origin of the law. In Part 3, I presented several legal principles to demonstrate the importance of the law in our life. I chose principles that govern different aspects of life: faith, environment, personal responsibility, and governance. When I was a law student, most of the books available are technical books about the law. But there were also law books, those little books that inspired me to continue with my studies and persist with my dream of becoming a lawyer. I promised myself then that if I succeed and become a lawyer, I will also write a book that inspires. It took me more than a decade to fulfill that promise. When writing the book, I realized that my book should also instruct and influence. Thus, these three I's became my writing goal. The book aims to inspire, instruct, and influence the readers to follow their dreams. The title of the book captured what I want to convey my readers. When I talk about the law, I want to celebrate life. I want to honor the struggles, challenges, and triumphs that the men and women of the law experience. Let me talk about my experience writing the book. I always thought that to be an author, you must have a perfect writing environment. For me, the perfect writing environment would be living in a house on top of the mountain, overlooking the sea, with cool breeze and birds singing. I should also have a butler who attends to my needs. Fresh orange juice and strong coffee should always be available. The pen should be light and expensive, the paper of excellent quality. But reality bites. I realize that if you wait for the perfect writing environment, you will never start or finish your book. There are always distractions. So learn to write in whatever environment you are in. Learn to write even if you just have a fight with your spouse. Learn to write even if you are already tired attending to your child's endless needs. Learn to write using whatever materials available. And one important thing that I learned is to set a deadline. If you do not set a deadline, you will never finish a project. Writing this book has been a wonderful experience for me. I get to know myself better. So, if you are dreaming of becoming a lawyer, this book may inspire you to turn your dream into reality. If you are preparing for the bar examinations, this book may help you gain that needed confidence. If you are already a member of the bar, this book may help you dream again. Or if you just want to be acquainted with the law, this book will help you gain a better perspective on the intricate world of the law. So grab that copy now. You may visit and follow my Facebook page, TK Ayungo, and feel free to send me a message. You may also visit my website, tkayungo.com. Visit also the publisher's website at messengerofhopebooks.com for more details. Before I end, I just want to thank Coach Chris Dao-anis and the entire Messenger of Hope team for their great work. I know I'm impossible to work with at times, but Chris and his team are great. They are true to their words. They deliver. Finally, I want to thank my daughter, Kaina. Kaina, you are my inspiration in everything I do. Thank you for your wonderful songs. Your mommy and daddy are so proud of you. Thank you again, dear friends, for joining us. Don't leave the broadcast yet. We have more in store for you. Enjoy your journey to the wonderful world of the law.
Thank you so much, Judge TK Ayungo. And see, we did not only learn about the book, but we also learned some tips and tricks that Judge TK Ayungo have used or has used in writing his book. O, di ba naman? Kaya sa mga interested din magsulat ng kanilang books, those are really useful tips for you. But the most important thing is, have you bought a copy of the book already, of this book? Yay, yan. So for those of you, as Judge Theo has said a while ago, this is now out for all of you to order. And actually, marami na pong nag-order, di ba? We just shipped some copies of this today. And a lot of them have availed of the pre-order promo where they bought it at 397 pesos only. Plus, they get a free e-book, diba? Sulit na sulit. Even if they left the book in their house or they're just carrying their tablet, they can now read the book. But don't you worry, because today, at today lang ha, we still have the promo, but this time it will only be at the discounted rate of 397 pesos. O, di ba? 397 pesos siya. The regular price is 500 pesos. That means if you order today, you will be saving 103 pesos. Malaki na yon, di ba? Pwede nang pang milk tea for some of you or pang taxi. Kaya naman, you order the book through the link below, or of course, through our chat. We will be sending to you yung ating link so you can go there directly. And while you're ordering your copies of the book, because that promo will last only today, we will be entertained by the beautiful, super cute daughter of Judge TK Ayungo, and that would be Kaina. Kaina, take it away.
Half the world is sleeping, half the world awake. Half can hear their hearts beat, half just hear them break. I am but a traveler, been almost everywhere. Ask me what you want to know. What a journey it has been. At the end it's not inside, but the stars are out tonight, and they're bound to guide my way. When they're shining on my life, I can see a better day. I won't let the darkness in. What a journey it has been. I have been to sorrow, I have been to bliss. Where I'll be tomorrow, I can only guess. Through the darkest desert, through the deepest snow, forward, always forward I go. What a journey it has been, and the end is not in sight, but the stars are out tonight, and they're bound to guide my way. When they're shining on my life, I can see a better day. I won't let the darkness in. What a journey it has been. Forward, always forward. Onward, always on. Catching every drop of hope in my empty cup. What a journey it has been, and the end is not inside, but the stars are out tonight, and they're bound to guide my way. When they're shining on my life, I can see a better day. I won't let the darkness in. What a journey it has been. What a journey it has been.
Wow, thank you so much, Kaina. Di ba naman? That is a beautiful, beautiful song. What a journey it has been. And truly, it is a beautiful journey. And this is part of the journey, the book launch. And you are actually part of the journey already of Judge TK Ayungo and his family as well, because this is a milestone, right? Well, launching a book, actually writing a book is not easy, di ba? So thank you so much, Kaina, for that. And we will be listening in a bit to Judge TK. But before that, let me share with you, as mentioned a while ago, some of the parts of the book, or the three parts of the book. So the first part of the book actually is entitled Do It Afraid. So in this chapter, he shared his story. You know, when I actually read this part of the book, it's amazing because I'm not a law major student or anything related to law, but this one really caught my attention. Parang hindi ko siya maibaba. So I was actually expecting na, ala, baka hindi ko siya maintindihan or highfalutin words and the like. But no, Judge TK Ayungo was able to relate because he shared his vulnerability in this book. Ayan. So even his love story with Sis Joyce is here as well. Eee, nakaka-excite. Ayan. And of course, the second part of the book now tells us the definition of law. What is law? And the third one naman is we'll be talking about the illustrative cases that were already digested for you by Judge TK Ayungo. Kaya this will be very helpful, especially to those who will be taking the bar exams and to the law students as well. Ayan. And to not prolong, let us now welcome Judge TK Ayungo to read to us an excerpt from the book, the part one of the book. Judge TK.
What I talk about when I talk about the law? Let me read a few words for you. The law of love. When I was applying for a judgeship position, my mother was against it. And her opposition was for good reasons. The media is full of dreadful stories of lawyers and judges being shot to death. By media accounts, being a judge in this country is one of the deadliest occupations. As lamented by one of my colleagues, when you become a judge, you've got one foot in the grave. As judges, we cannot please every litigant. In trial, there will always be winners and losers. There is always a party that will be dissatisfied with our decisions. Sometimes, even the winning party may not be happy with our decisions because not all their demands were granted. But again, we are not in the business of pleasing everyone. We are in the business of applying the law. A judge is bound to apply the law no matter how harsh the law may be. Dura lex sed lex. The law is harsh, but it is the law. The principle states that even harsh laws must be followed and enforced. If one disagrees with the result, he or she must seek the repeal or amendment of the law. But so long as the law is not amended or repealed, the judge is constrained to administer it. For instance, if a judge finds that the penalty of a crime is excessive, he or she is mandated to still impose the penalty. Otherwise, he or she risks facing sanctions. The judge's only recourse, if he or she feels that the penalty is unconscionable, is to submit a statement to the chief executive that in his or her opinion, the penalty is excessive. In part 2, we will dive deeper into the law. We will be talking about some of the theories that define what the law is or ought to be. We will be encountering diverging concepts such as physis and nomos, natural law and positive law, and human law and divine law. Part 2 examines why we should follow the law. Is the law merely a product of man's ingenuity, or is it rooted from something that is immutable? Before we move on to the next part, allow me to reveal my bias. I am a Roman Catholic by faith, and it follows that I believe in an immutable source of our laws. I believe that our laws are not just human enactments. I believe that the source of good laws is beyond the making of man. Before we humans could even think of the laws, they already existed in the cosmos, and these have already been imprinted in our DNA. Let us look at two of Jesus' commands to his disciples to illustrate this point. Jesus spoke of the golden rule: do to others as you would have them do to you. But even before Jesus revealed the golden rule, it already existed in the universe. Deep inside, we humans know that a perfect society can never be attained until the observance of this rule becomes universal. Thus, this idea is already imprinted in our DNA. Our country has thousands of laws. Every year, Congress passes tens, if not hundreds, of new laws. These laws are commands that the citizenry must obey. And ignorance of these laws cannot be used as an excuse not to follow them. The legal principle, ignorantia legis neminem excusat, ignorance of the law excuses no one, holds that a person who is unaware of a law may not escape liability for violating that law merely by being unaware of its content. These laws are often unknown to the masses and barely known to lawyers. So if an ordinary person cannot be expected to know every details of the law, how can we as a society expect that he or she will not be transgressing the law? The answer lies in the heart. The supreme lawgiver has already engraved a sense of justice and right in everyone's heart. And a person who obeys the dictates of a pure and honest heart in his dealings towards his fellow men will find his actions in conformity with the requirements of the laws of the society. One who follows the golden rule, even if he or she does not know every law of the country, should not find himself or herself in trouble with the law. In addition to the golden rule, Jesus also gives us the great commandment. Let us read the Bible's account. One of them, an expert in the law, tested him with this question: Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Jesus replied, Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these commandments. In the second commandment, Jesus provides us with the essence of all the law relating to the duties of human beings towards each other. The religious teachers and scholars of the law in Jesus' time loved their laws. But Jesus is telling them that their love of the law should be transformed into the law of love. What a wonderful world that must be. A world governed by the law of love. A world where everyone obeys the dictates of a pure and honest heart. I believe in this ideal. Someday, love will reign over us. Thank you again for tuning in. If you are interested in the law, or if you have a friend, or a son, or a daughter, or a nephew, or a niece who is interested, then may I offer this humble work for your consideration. You can grab your copies by sending me a private message or a direct message, or by going to my website tkayungo.com, or to the publisher's Facebook page, Messenger of Hope. Thank you again, and may the Supreme Lawgiver bless your dreams.
Thank you again, Judge TK Ayungo. And yes, if you haven't ordered yet your copy, you can do it now. Diba? Ang dali lang through our website or through the link that we will be sending sa ating chat box. And it will direct you to ordering the book. And the book can be delivered straight to your home. Ay, diba? Less hassle siya. Or you can also have it or pick it up sa ating pickup location. So just go to that link and it will lead you to all the options that you can have in terms of shipping, payment, and the like. So don't miss this opportunity to save 103 pesos for the promo price. Our promo price is 397 pesos only, and our regular price after today will be 500 pesos. O, diba? Ayan. And still, as mentioned kanina, diba, we will be having a game this time. So ready your fingers, because the first one who will be typing the right answer will receive 100 pesos worth of GCash or load. Ayan, ready na ba? Okay, sige. Ito, I mentioned this one, and I believe it was also mentioned by Judge. What is the title of the part 1 of the book? Part 1 title of the book, What I Talk About When I Talk About the Law. Go, go, go! Ayan! Congratulations! And we will be contacting you na lang after the broadcast, okay, for your number. So there you go. And let's have more entertainment this afternoon. But this one is actually for a very special occasion. But let Kaina do that greeting for you. So let us now welcome the beautiful and ever cute Kaina Ayungo.
Happy birthday, Mommy. I love you. Thank you for teaching me how to love, showing me what the world means, what I'm dreaming of. And now I know there is nothing that I could not do. Thanks to you, teaching me how to feel, showing me my emotions, letting me know what's real from what is not. What I want is more than I ever hoped for, and a lot of what I've hoped for is thanks to you. No mountain, no valley, no time, no space, no heartache, no heartbreak, no fall from that I am making with a love of dear inside. Thanks to you.
Yay! Happy birthday to Attorney Mary Joy Sarangaya Ayungo. Yay! Let's greet her happy birthday! Ayan! You can type in sa ating comment section. And for sure, it is a very special day for the family, diba? It's a book launch. I believe this is one of the gifts of Judge TK Ayungo for his wife, Attorney Mary Joyce. Yan. I hope that this made you happy on your special day. Yay! And now let's hear naman from those people who have given blurbs or some words about the book. Okay, so are you ready? Let's read some of the blurbs that were given about the book. So let's start with the words from Brother Bo Sanchez, a best-selling author and also the leader of the feast. TK Ayungo has done the impossible. Write a book about the law that is personal, warm, and deeply inspiring. So amazing. Yan. And another one, I have high admiration for people who know the law, deep respect for those who implement it, pure love and honor for those who abide and live by it. Judge Theo is not only someone who knows, implements, and lives by the laws of men. He too, more essentially, lives by the laws of God. His book not only reveals his mind, it reveals his heart and soul, powerfully applied to something that is an intrinsic and inevitable part of our lives, the law. Journey, learn, be inspired, and be blessed by Judge Theo's book. That is from Alvin Barcelona, also an author, former World Bank consultant, president, founder of the Barcelona Academy Systems Schools. I'm honored to have been a coach and trainer of this amazing man of God in the radical training. He was the most qualified, yet he felt he would not qualify, an epitome of unconscious competence. He is one of the best, humblest, yet greatest. Congratulations for this book, Judge Theo. It's about time the law has to be seen and learned in the context of a great judge, the Lord God himself. Keep up the good work and the God work. That is from Obed Cabrillas, author and preacher. Childhood realization, determination, wisdom, success. TKA knows his destiny, and in his book, we see how his dream to succeed revealed a divine plan that led exactly to that. From Prosecutor Don Emmanuel V.C. Vergara, Office of the City Prosecutor, Baguio City, also a professor at the University of the Cordilleras College of Law. Amazing things start from humble beginnings, and from Theo's humble heart overflows amazing stories, values, and principles that will inspire and motivate aspiring lawyers and ordinary dreamers alike. Praise God for Theo and this book. That is from Bobs Burbos, the district builder of the Feast North Luzon. And there will be more blurbs that I will be reading later on as we progress in this last part of the book launch. So before we head on to another message, let me start or give you another game. Oh, diba? And this will be the last game for this book launch. So be sure that your fingers are ready again. Okay, are you ready? All right. And let's give you the question. The question is, what is the name of the publishing or the book publishing? Who published the book? What I talk about when I talk about the law, with selected legal principles and cases. Ayan, just the name of the book publishing, and you will receive 100 pesos worth of GCash from, of course, that publishing firm. O, diba? Super ano na to, super, it's a bonus, diba? Ayan. Okay, we will be contacting you, ang ating first person who gave the right answer after the broadcast. At this point, we will be listening from the founder of the Messenger of Hope Book Publishing, and at the same time, so of course the answer is Messenger of Hope Book Publishing. Speaking of which, we will be listening to the founder, who is also an author of 5 books, and at the same time a speaker and a trainer. Let us welcome Mr. Chris Dao-anis.
Thank you so much to everybody who are present here, who attended this book launch broadcast of Judge TKA's book. And we appreciate your presence. You could be somewhere else. You could be tuned into some other things, but hey, you're here. Thank you. Thank you for your support, to those who have ordered the book and to those who will be ordering still. Yes, we thank you, and we're excited for you because now you will be learning more about the wonderful world of the law. Second, I'd like to thank Judge TK Ayungo, of course, for saying yes to the call to write a book about the law, which is part of his childhood dream, to be of service to people who want to pursue law, who want to practice law with excellence and integrity. Those even ordinary citizens, just like me, who want to abide by the law, who want to understand more of this intricate, sometimes complex, but wonderful world of law. And of course, I'd like to thank the family, attorney Joyce, and of course their daughter Kaina, for supporting our author. You know, your support to our author is priceless. And of course, I thank the entire Messenger of Hope team. Of course, Vanji, for hosting this book launch. Thank you so much. The entire team, our proofreaders, our editors, our cover designer as well, everybody who's been helping out, even the students of Judge TK, his staff as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, I'd like to share also my impression of this book, not just my impression of Judge TK, of course, his humility, his openness, his coachability, as was mentioned in a blurb of Brother Albert, that he is a man of humility, a man who has high qualifications, who has achieved much, but is so much willing to know more, who humbles himself to improve in areas that he must improve in. For example, in writing this book. And so you are reading a book that is written by a man who also practices what he preaches. So thank you so much for that, Judge TK. For the book, it is amazing because while I was reading the manuscript, it has brought me back to the time years ago when I still had a dream in my heart, in my young heart, to become a lawyer. And maybe if I've read this book, had I read this book maybe 5 years back, maybe I would have pursued law, which was my dream also before. But hey, I'm still thankful because while I'm already happy with what I'm doing now, I'm so much grateful for Judge TK for writing this book, because it helped me understand more about the law. And of course, the stories, the inspiring stories that he shared in part one, the definitions, the arguments he shared in part two, and of course the illustrative cases to discuss the legal principles carefully chosen, I believe, um, to help people who want to understand the law. So it's amazing. You better grab this book, and if you have bought already, do read it, and it will help you a lot. So again, I encourage everybody to buy the book, get this book now, still at the discounted price for today only. And also, I encourage you to connect with us through this Facebook page. You like this, follow this, and there will be updates that we'll be sharing. And we would appreciate if you can send us as well your testimonial after reading the book. Okay, so just stay connected with us, because there will be more. There will be more from Judge TK, of course, as well, and from the other authors. Actually, this coming Friday, we'll be having another book launch, and we'll be giving away some free copies as well of the book that is to be launched. So what you need to do is just to follow this page, look into the posts that we're sharing, so that you'll grab those special offers. Again, thank you so much. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Chris. And indeed, there is a lot more to look forward to. Ayan. And yes, thank you so much to all of you who joined us this afternoon. But before you leave, let me read with you some of the blurbs that we haven't read a while ago. Diba? Ang dami talagang nag-support sa book ni Judge TK. And one of them is a priest, diba? Si Reverend Father Ritz Darwin P. Rizuelo, MAT-MAPM, Roman Catholic Diocese of Malolos. He said, Judge Theo's What I Talk About When I Talk About the Law will develop your mens juridica without your knowing. It is Sophies Verden to aspiring law students, a classic in the making. Another is from an author and the founder of Wright University, Shana Sino. It is so refreshing for a non-lawyer like me to read a law book written by a lawyer and not being intimidated by the words he used. In this book, Judge Theo shared his insights and experiences as a lawyer. Whether you're a lawyer or not, this book will inspire you to look at the world of law with fresh eyes and with greater appreciation. From attorney Christine Angelica B. Albenia, CPA LLM, the Dean of the St. Louis University School of Law, an author herself of the book Understanding Income Taxation, and also a professor and a bar examiner, or a bar reviewer, I should say, taxation law. With wisdom, inspiration, and unflinching candor, Judge Ayungo takes readers inside his life in the legal profession and recounts the facts of life for a law student. His vivid testimony will change the way we look at the life of a struggling law student and the legal system we have created. Anyone practicing law, teaching it, learning it, studying about it, or thinking about whether to do any of these things should read this book. It embodies much of the wisdom that a lawyer will need to practice both successfully and sanely, and does so in a modest, elegant, and refreshing way. Judge Ayungo gave insights on different legal principles and their importance to the society. This is an important book at a crucial time in the law and in the lives of lawyers and law students. A must-read indeed. And lastly, from Chris Dao-anis, CPA DTM, the author, coach, trainer, and a speaker, and also the founder of Messenger of Hope. This book by Judge TK Ayungo brought me back to time when I still had the dream of becoming a lawyer. His stories inspired me, and the discussions instructed me that I now have a better understanding of the world of law as a layman. This book is a great read for someone who wants to pursue law, or for someone like me who simply aims to be a law-abiding citizen. Those are some of the praises for the book, What I Talk About When I Talk About the Law, with, of course, selected legal principles and cases by Judge TK Ayungo. There you go. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'd just like to greet one more time all those who participated in this book launch, especially the family of Judge TK Ayungo. I believe that his parents are also here in Baguio City. So, ayan, hello na kayo, auntie and uncle. And at the same time to his brothers and sisters, for those who are watching in Manila, in Nueva Ecija, actually we prepared the orders of the book, and those who ordered actually came from all over the country, diba? So really a lot of citizens are very much interested in the book of Judge TK Ayungo. Also, I'd like to greet all the feast servants and the feast leaders of who are also leading with Judge TK Ayungo. Yan. So there you go. And I hope that we all had a great time. We also thank Kaina for that beautiful, actually those beautiful songs. And at the same time, for your time, for allowing us to be with you this afternoon. I am Vanji, your host this afternoon, and I am from the Messenger of Hope Book Publishing. Thank you so much and have a good day.